Let's be honest, in the tech world, AI and machine learning are used like synonyms, but they aren't. Usually, when someone says AI, they're talking about marketing. When they say machine learning, they're talking about math. To understand the difference, you have to stop looking at them as two competing things and start looking at them as a hierarchy.
Artificial intelligence is the umbrella. It is the goal. The goal of AI is simple to state, but nearly impossible to achieve. Create a machine that can mimic human cognitive functions. We're talking about reasoning, perception, problem solving, and crucially, learning. If you build a system that can play chess, that's AI. If you build a robot that can navigate a room without hitting a wall, that's AI. But here's the catch. A system can be AI without ever learning a single thing. Early AI, what we call expert systems, was basically just a massive library of if-then statements. If the user says X, then do Y. It was sophisticated, it was intelligent, but it was rigid. It couldn't handle anything it hadn't seen before. It didn't adapt. It was a genius that only knew how to follow a recipe.
Now, look inside that umbrella. That's where you find machine learning. If AI is the vision of a car that drives itself, machine learning is the engine that makes it happen. ML is the shift from hard coding to data-driven. Instead of an engineer writing 1,000 rules to define what a cat looks like, we give a model 1,000,000 pictures of cats and say, you figure it out. Mathematically, machine learning is just advanced statistical modeling. It's the process of finding a function, f of x, that maps an input x to an output y with the least amount of error. The machine learns by adjusting its internal parameters until that error epsilon is as close to 0 as possible. It isn't thinking, it's optimizing. It's finding patterns in high-dimensional space that are invisible to the human eye.
This is where people get confused.
All machine learning is AI, but not all AI is machine learning. When you hear about ChatGPT or DALL-E or self-driving cars, you're looking at a specific subset of ML called deep learning. This uses neural networks, layers of mathematical neurons that mimic the way our brains process information. Deep learning is the reason AI has exploded in the last decade. It's the technique that allowed us to move from simple predictions to complex generation, like writing code or creating art.
So why does the distinction matter? Because as an engineer or a creator, you need to know which problem you're solving. Are you trying to create a system that follows a perfect set of rules? That's classical AI. Or are you trying to build something that improves over time by seeing more data? That's machine learning. Don't let the marketing fool you. AI is the dream we're chasing. Machine learning is the math we're using to get there. One is the destination, the other is the vehicle. Build the math and the intelligence will follow.